Well, g'day everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today on the bench, we've got a CD player. Not any sort of CD player. This is a bit of a special one. This one. It's a Yamaha, and it's a CD-N301. CD-N301. What's so special about it? Well, you may not pick it at the front, but then again, you may. There's a little word there that says network. Okay, interesting. Now, we'll have a look around the back of him. This is a customer's job of mine. And as you can see, we've got a RJ45 there for a network connection. Okay, USB DC out, 5 volts at half an amp. We've got analog out, digital out, optical out, and the rest of it, well, pretty straightforward. There's the information on it. I better hold it still, otherwise you'll never keep up with me. Here we go. So, doesn't draw a lot of power, 10 watts. And this bit, apparently, now I've never seen one of these, but the customer told me that this streams audio. Apparently, this streams audio, and he streams his Spotify through this, as well as plays CDs. Now, the fault, why is it in here? There's a CD in here that's jammed, and he tells me it's Willie Nelson. So Willie just doesn't want to get out of there. And yeah, well, it's probably a nice place to live. Okay, so obviously it doesn't eject. I will grab a power cable. We'll have a look at this and see why he can't get the CD up. Let's plug him in. He's in. Turn him on. Okay. It says CD, eject. No, it actually says loading. Okay. And it's actually playing. Right. Eject. Open. Nothing. I can't hear the motor going. Can't hear anything happening there. Right. Well, there you go. It tries to open. It loads again. And it goes back to the CD menu. So, yeah, if it was a broken belt or a slipping belt, I thought I would have heard the motor running, the unload motor running. But, yeah, can't hear anything. Righto. Let's get some screws out of it and see what's in here. See why Willie won't come out. This is a very nice little CD player. This is the first time I've ever seen one of these. Probably fairly popular, but just not something I've seen. And he tells me this one is 8 to 10 years old, and it has network. I didn't think it'd be that old, but anyway. Okay, 4 screws at the side. We've got one there. I know you fellas just love seeing these screws coming out. Anyone who watches Mended Mark, well, you gotta love screws. A camera shot for each screw. I don't know how he has time to do that. Okay, here we go. And we're up. Okay. Now, guys, I'll give you a better shot of this. That's a little bit better for you. Now, let's plug him in. Let's have another look. Just general looking here, power supply, all looks good. No bulged caps or anything like that. This looks in very nice order. The signal processing board, yeah, that looks, nothing obvious there. That not that it's going to be related to the loading mechanism, I don't think, but yeah, looks fine. Okay, we'll turn him on and we'll watch the disc spin up. Okay, spins up. Now it's playing. Now, if we press stop, okay, eject, and nothing. Okay, eject. Now we've probably, this is probably our loading motor. As I said, I haven't seen one of these, so I'm not 100% sure. We do have a little chip down here that could be a driver chip for the motor. I'm just checking to see if anything is really hot there when we press eject, which would indicate a seized motor, maybe. No, nope, nothing. There's nothing warm there at all. The chip is just off cold. It's just a little bit warm, but certainly not overheating. I would say that's a driver chip for the loading motor, maybe. But yeah, next thing, well, let's get the mechanism out. Now, does the front have to come off? Get that out, like the drawer, or can we undo the 4 screws and lift this out? Let's see. Unplug our mains. Now we've got a cable here, a ribbon cable that we'll take off. We've got a couple of cables here. Now there'll be that cable there, which will probably be the motor drivers from there. Okay. And I don't think, oh yeah, there's one on the side here. Okay. Now I think that's all the cables. Let's get him out. No screw in that one. Has someone been in here and left the screw out? No, there's none in that one either. Okay, there's only the 2 back screws. Now I'll just move things out of the road here a little bit. Okay, this might be quite easy. Look at that. You don't have to take anything off the front drawer. Now, obviously our laser, ribbon cable, and our motor. Now, does he turn? Sled turns, and this fella up here, that's our sled motor up here. Okay, gear driven sled, and that's our spin motor that turns our CD. And this one will be our load motor, which is the little side one here. Now, we're going to find out what's happening here. We're going to find out, is this motor okay? Or what's going on here? Easiest way with this, guys, is I'll put him upside down. To try and get the CD out, I'm going to see. Sorry, I'm just checking for dry joints on the plug there. Doesn't appear to be any. I'm going to put my power supply on, and I'll run with 1.4 volts, which I've already had it at. Okay, there we go. We're running on this side, and I'm going to current limit way down to 100 milliamps and put it across this little motor to see, is it going to work, or is the motor US, but find out what's going on. We'll turn our power supply on, and if I short the leads, we should get 100 milliamps of draw. Yep. Okay, here we go. We'll go positive, positive, negative, negative to start with, and see if the draw will open. And nothing happens there. There is no current draw. And that way, nothing. Okay. Guys, our motor's dead. Just make sure that's contacting. Yeah, no worries there. Okay, we're going to get this motor out, and well, try and get the CD out as well. One little screw there. Do I have to take this out? Probably not, but I also want to check out things underneath here. Now, this motor will be, I would say, belt driven, and might be away under here. There could be a switch on this. There we are. Yes, there is a little switch. Now, push this aside. Pushed our loading lever up, and whoa, Willy jumped out on me. There we go. So our CD is out, and we can unload the tray. There's our motor. Here's our belt. I'm taking the belt off because, well, by the look of that, we will be replacing the belt anyway. Let's get the motor out. Two little screws. And this could be a dead motor. Okay. And there's our motor assembly. And the motor turns fine. But appears to be dead. We will try this again and see if the motor's poling in a certain position or it's just totally dead. Try him there. He gave a kick and then stopped. So I think the motor is poling in a certain position. There. And I'll give him a little bit more juice. What do we want? 500 milliamps. Okay, we're on, and he's starting there. No, he is. He seems to be polling in a certain position. Now, sometimes this could be dirty contacts on the armature on the back. I do spray some contact cleaner in the back of these, and they come up fine. Now, the thing is, why I'm doing that and not replacing the motor, I don't have a motor the same as this. So we'll just spray a little bit in there to see if we can get him up. We will also up our voltage to 3 volts, and at 500 milliamps, so we can test him. I'll get a little bit of spray in him and see what we can do. There. Okay. Now that did seem to free it up a lot. Maybe the back bearing was a little bit sticky too. So, put our power supply on again, and he's going. He's drawing 22 milliamps, and if we check him back the other way, it's running fine there, 22 milliamps. That's at 3.5 volts, 3.4 volts. Okay, all seems to be running fine there. We're going to give this one, I'll just wipe my bench off a little bit. We're going to give it a try in here. This may have been a dirty contact. That does seem to be running perfectly now. I know you guys will be screaming that I should have put a new motor. Guys, as I said, I don't have a motor at the moment. And, well, this job, we're going to see how it goes. We'll, there's probably a 99% chance that we will order a motor for this. Now, that just drops down into there. We can put the board back in. I used to keep these motors, but since the disappearance of CD players over the years, or the last couple of years, I don't really keep parts for them, except for the lasers. We do have a few lasers here. Okay, let's put our little motor back on. We'll also replace the belt on this for certain. Right, I'll grab a new belt. We'll put on there. And then we'll assemble him and see if he's going to play ball. Right, now the belt I'm using is a 26 mil by 1.2 square. So that's the size belt that fits this little fella. Now, we've just got to get him over our pulley and around the motor. Had him around. There we go. Right. And he's in. Right. We might get this video done in one take, which is, yeah, a record for me, isn't it? Some of my videos are a little bit long, but I like showing you what I do in the workshop. Okay. And there. Now, we'll plug out. Do this so you guys can see it, that's all. Or there's a plug at the front, up here. There's this plug here. Hopefully that motor hasn't done any damage to any part of anything, but I doubt it. And the ribbon cable, may not be able to do this so you can see it. I don't think so. Oh yeah, okay, slip him in, push the little brown tab down. There we go. Done. Okay, let's see if he's going to open. Power on. Now, better give you guys full picture there. We'll turn him on. Okay, on there, and eject. And look at that. Lovely. And if we put Willy in, Willy should play now. I haven't got the audio hooked up at the moment. Just testing everything. Okay, it stops. It doesn't automatically play, which it did before. So maybe something was half and half with the loading mechanism. Of course, press play and it all works. Well, we will be checking this. So that's playing now. There you go. We'll press stop. We press eject. And there's Willy out. Okay. Now, loading comes up. There's the disc. Now, we can select our track with our rotary dial here. If we select track 4 and press enter, it goes. You don't have to press play. You do it by the shuttle jog up here. And that's playing. Okay, let's get a little bit of audio happening here. I'll just move around the other side. And better turn that down a bit. There and there, I think. Yes, for analog audio. I never thought I could fail. And let's skip through a few. And let's go up towards the end. That's the end track. And the second last. And we go right back to 1. Many is the time. And 3. and 5. We won't play too much of Willy and get a copyright strike. Don't need that. So Willy's going okay. Willy ejects okay. Guys, that's probably fixed that motor. It probably was. Well, I'm pretty sure I've had this before with CD motors. The 2 little wires, which are actually not brushes, they're wires on the armature of the motor. They just get dirty. They get carbonized and yeah, just tarnished. Because these motors don't do a lot. It only works every now and again. And you give them a clean up and they never seem to give problems again. But saying that, I will be seeing my customer and ask him, does he want a new motor for this? I will probably order one anyway. If he wants a new motor, we order it. If not, this could last forever and get a new motor if it ever plays up again. But I doubt that very, very much. Okay, the other thing I normally do, clean the laser while it's in here. This is really smick inside, but let's clean the laser. Okay, isopropyl alcohol I use with a cotton bud or a Q-tip if you call them that. Take that off. That's just our top cover, 2 screws. There's our laser. Okay, so we'll get a Q-tip. Okay, some isopropyl here. If I can get some. Okay, and just give him a very, very light clean. Clean around the lens itself after I've cleaned the lens, and clean the spin motor, well, turntable, as it's called. There's a little rubber ring on that. Just clean that up to make sure he gets a good grip on the CD. I don't know whether there's not much coming off that, but there's a little bit. Okay, so that's it for the service, really, for this one. Put him back in, and of course it's magnetic. There we go. Okay, let's screw it over this side. Right, all that's to be done now, guys. A bit of camera movement there today because I'm doing this in one take. Put the cover on. And okay. There we go. Back screws. Now there's 3 back screws on this one. You saw me take them out. I'm just chatting amongst myself while we're doing this. Can't think of any more to say. I do have a couple of little projects that are next, as you've well, you've probably seen them. So they won't be very far away. We're working on a few things here at once. Okay. Now, guys, I must stress that this is me fixing this to get it going for the customer. If you wanted to be very particular, extremely particular, you would replace the motor. As I said, I'm going to give my customer that decision and see whether he wants to or not. But as I said, this thing will probably last him out, actually. So there we go. Plug him in, turn him on. So yeah, it's a matter of is it preventative maintenance, or will it be right for the rest of its life? I would say it'll be right for the rest of its life. Okay, spins up, and there we go. 60 minutes and 8 seconds, 14 tracks. Track 9, press play, and away she goes. There we go. Okay, stop. And now I will be probably taking the CD out. I'll give the customer back his CD separately. I don't like these being carried around inside. You tip it up on its side, it can slide out. So, yeah, don't like that. Righto, there you go, guys. A Yamaha CD-N301. CD player. Network, well, he said the network works fine. I'm not going to check that here. I'm sure that if he said it works fine, it will work fine. Okay, guys, that's it. Give us a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe, follow me, hit the bell, and we'll catch you on the next one, which probably won't be on a bench. It might be a bit of a restoration or resuscitation. Okay, catch us later. Bye.